What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. Today, I'm doing race 6 for the 2024 Rackley Roofing 200. Let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. After a couple weeks taking off, the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series returns at Nashville Superspeedway, a 1.33-mile racetrack. The last time we ran in Nashville Superspeedway, we saw Carson Osbar pick up his second career NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series win. He will not be back this time around to defend his crown in victory at Nashville Superspeedway. So now, let's go ahead and jump into picks. But before we go ahead and jump into picks, let's take a look at the weather for this weekend. So the weather for this weekend is looking really promising. It's going to be 94 degrees a high with 75 degrees low with a 10% chance of rain with partly cloudy skies. Going to be really warm, which is going to be treacherous conditions on the racetrack, which make these cars really loose, and the track will probably be slimy, but it should create a more enticing and more thrilling race at Nashville Superspeedway. So now, let's go ahead and jump into picks. For those who are new to the channel, here's how picks work. I do 2 suck picks, 2 drivers I expect to struggle throughout the weekend who I think will not have a good run this weekend. I do 2 underdog picks, 2 drivers who need a good run who I think are going to have a good run or underdogs at this type of track. And I do my winner's pick, the driver I think is going to win the race overall. And I do the drivers I need to watch out for. And usually for the Truck Series, I have 4 drivers I need to watch out for along with the race winner. So now, let's go ahead and jump into picks. Who are my suck picks for the Rackley Roofing 200 at Nashville? My first suck pick for this weekend in Nashville is a driver of the 13 truck for Thorsport Racing, Jake Garcia. Jake Garcia has generally not had a great year in 2024. I think he's only had 1 or 2 top 10s throughout the season, and he's been very inconsistent. While he's been a little better than Haley Deegan this year, that's really not saying much. I expected Jake Garcia, when he went in that 13 truck, to run a lot better, and it just seems like along with Thorsport Racing altogether, they seem to be off quite a bit. Hopefully Jake Garcia can have a good run, but I don't expect much from him. I think he sadly will struggle this weekend at Nashville. My second suck pick for this weekend in Nashville is a driver of the 42 truck for Nice Motorsports, Matt Mills. Very similar to Jake Garcia, I expected a lot more from Matt Mills this season. He's had 1 or 2 solid runs. I think he's only had 1 top 5 and 1 or 2 top 10s throughout the year so far. But he's generally been caught up in incidents and a lot of wrecks. And unfortunately, I don't think that Matt Mills is going to have a good run. I think he's got a chance maybe for, let's say, a top 15 or 20. But I think he's going to finish outside the top 20. And sadly, I don't think he runs well. I think he will struggle, unfortunately, this weekend at Nashville Superspeedway. And now we're going ahead and jump on the underdog picks for the Rackley Roofing 200. Who are my underdog picks? My first underdog pick for this weekend at Nashville is a driver of the 38 car for Front Row Motorsports, Lane Riggs. Lane Riggs hasn't really turned the corner over the course of the last few weeks. At North Wilkesboro, he finished in the top 5. At Gateway, due to strategy, he finished in the top 5. At Charlotte, had a top 5 truck, had some issues. Generally, Lane Riggs had top 5 to top 10 speed on a week-by-week basis outside of Kansas, but something's gone wrong for the team. But I think they're going to continue to turn the luck around. I think that he has another solid top 5 performance or top 10 run, and I think Lane Riggs will have a pretty solid and good run this weekend at Nashville Superspeedway. My second underdog pick for this weekend at Nashville is a driver of the 1 truck for Tricon Garage, Brendan Butterbean Queen. Brendan will be making his second career Truck Series start this weekend in Nashville, and at North Wilkesboro, he was extremely impressive and finished inside the top 5 and I believe 3rd or 4th position. I think he will have a solid run because he's never really ran on this type of track before, though. I think it will take him a little time to get acclimated. But I do think, like I said, I think he will have a solid performance this weekend. I think he will probably at least get a top 10. And I think Brendan Butterbean Queen will be a pretty big threat to have a good run this weekend at Nashville Superspeedway. And now we're going ahead and jump on to the winner's pick for the Rackley Roofing 200. Who is my winner's pick? The driver who I'm picking to win this weekend in Nashville is a driver who's already won 4 times so far in 2024. I'm picking the driver of the 11 truck for Tricon Garage, Corey Heim, to win this weekend. I think Corey Heim's going to get his 5th win of 2024. This 11 team has been the fastest and most consistent team for the most part this year, and they should have more wins they already have, which says a lot considering they've already won 4 races this year. I think Corey Heim goes to victory lane. Like I said, that 11 team showed some really great pace and speed. I think Corey Heim is going to get his 5th win of 2024 and rack up some more points and money because remember, he does get, if he wins, I think he gets $150,000. So I think he will go to victory lane this weekend at Nashville Superspeedway. And now we're going ahead and jump on to drivers you need to watch out for this weekend in Nashville. Who should you have your eyes out on? The first driver you should watch out for this weekend in Nashville is the driver of the 19 truck for McAnally-Hillman Racing, Christian Eckes. Christian Eckes has been the closest competitor all season to Corey Heim, and he's won already 2 or 3 races this year. I think Christian Eckes is going to have a good chance and opportunity. He ran pretty well, if I remember correctly, last year at Nashville, and I think the pace and speed is going to be there for Christian Eckes this weekend. I think he easily gets top 5, and I think he has a good chance and opportunity to pick up another victory this weekend at Nashville Super Speedway. I think he'll have a great run. The second driver to watch out for this weekend in Nashville is a driver 7 truck for Spire Motorsports, Clint Boer. Clint Boer is making his first truck series start since 2016 at Kansas, but he's going to a track where he's historically really good at, to the point where he has a second 2.2 or 2.5 average finish in the NASCAR Xfinity Series at this track and won there a couple times. And we've seen the speed from that 7 truck. Kyle Busch has won a race or 2 this year, and we've also seen Connor Zilic have great pace in that truck as well. I think that Clint Boer is going to have a really good chance to win, and it wouldn't surprise or shock me if Clint Boer picks up the victory this weekend at Nashville Super Speedway. The third driver to watch out for this weekend at Nashville is a driver of the 71 truck for Spire Motorsports, Roger Carruth. Roger Carruth, since the early portion of the year, has had an up and down run, but I remember last year at Nashville, he had one of the fastest trucks in the field, and unfortunately had a fuel pump issue that cost him a shot at going to victory lane. I think he's going to have a really good shot to win. I think the 71 team is really showing up with a lot of great pace and speed currently at the moment. They had a good run going in Gateway before getting trapped a lap down. I think that Roger Carruth is going to have a solid and pretty good performance this weekend at Nashville Super Speedway. And the fourth final driver I think you should watch out for this weekend at Nashville is a driver of the 2 truck for Rev Racing / Spire, Nick Sanchez. Nick Sanchez has been very consistent at these types of tracks. He had one of the fastest trucks at Darlington, had a great run there, and he's been very consistent throughout the year. He's gotten 2 wins so far, but both those have come at different types of tracks like Daytona and Charlotte. I think that Nick Sanchez is going to have a very solid and strong performance this weekend, and I think we'll have a great chance and opportunity to potentially go to victory lane for the 3rd time in the second race. In the last 3 truck races, I think he's got a good chance to win this weekend at Nashville. So, those are my race picks for the 2024 Rackley Roofing 200. Just a reminder, my suck picks are Jake Garcia, Matt Mills. My underdog picks are Lane Riggs, Brendan Queen. My winner's pick is Corey Heim. And the ones to watch out for are Christian Eckes, Clint Boer, Roger Carruth, and Nick Sanchez. Those are my race picks. So, that is going to be it for the race picks video for the 2024 Rackley Roofing 200 at Nashville Super Speedway. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, and if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support my Patreon as well. Let's go below that and comment below your picks for this weekend in Nashville. Let me know your suck picks, let me know your underdog picks, let me know your winner's pick, and let me know drivers you're watching now for this weekend in Nashville. Let me know your picks in the comments below. I don't think there's any more videos dropping today. I might have a video talking about Chase Briscoe, but if not, we'll talk about that tomorrow in a NASCAR news video. You're also going to see the NASCAR Xfinity Series race picks video. Probably talk about SVG and Haley Deegan in that. And you're also going to see a lot of great content as we head out to Nashville as we officially begin the second half of the NASCAR Cup Series season. And we get going there. We head to Nashville this weekend. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.